Hello guys, you're on with LOLZ Skillet, and today I wanted to show you guys my list of the rarest Beyblades in the world. Now, they're all going to be from the plastic genre, mainly because that they're older and they're more expensive, in fact that they're extinct, basically. When I say extinct, I mean they're out of production, as in there's nowhere being made. So let's go into my list. The first thing I want to show you is the Ultimate Dragon Kuroko limited release, which has a black free color and weight disc. Now, this is what's called the Wolberg, but in the sense that it's supposed to be colored black, and it's actually really hard to find, so there's not many pictures of them, which is the case for most of these Beyblades. But yes, the first one on my list is a Kuroko limited release, but with black recolor and Magna weight disc. The second one is right here, because I found a picture after looking for it. It's the Dragoon MSUV, the green variety, well, the green version. As you can see, this was a limited release a long time ago, back in the 1990s or early 2000s, depending. And yeah, it's actually really hard to find, and it's actually, I think it's about 115 bucks or 50 bucks. And yeah, it's really hard to find. So next on my list is I couldn't find it in America, so I had to go to eBay on eBay in the UK. Finally found it. It's the Taraka. Oh, there we go. It is the Takara Japan Vintage HMSS Beyblade, the Dragoon Ultimate version, which is another MSUV, which is like the last MSVU, except instead of bright green, it's the Ultimate version, which is completely different in color patterns and everything, which I find quite interesting. And yeah, they have this one on sale for, how much was it? Yep, about 500 bucks, which that's not in American dollars. So yeah. And most of these came out in Japan or like exclusively Japan, so it's going to be harder to find in America. It's even more expensive. Next one on my list is the Dragoon MS Black version, which is right here. It's a Gaia Dragoon. As you can see, it is just like the Dragoon. This is a deassembled part. It's just like the Dragoon, except for black. I know it's a lot more money for just a different color and pattern and everything, but there's a story behind them too. In the sense that it's hard, like it's prideful. It gives you pride to have, knowing that you have something that they had a very limited release out of. Okay, the next one would be the Takara Beyblade Champion, the Blue Dragoon HMS Limited Edition. It's actually pretty rare, and again, if you haven't noticed, it's much similar to the other HMS. If you look at them side by side, and the fact that they look close to similar except different colors, and of course different discs. Well, not completely, but still. So yeah, and so yes, again, it's quite interesting that people pay more money. Again, same price about. So yeah. The next one is the exact same one. It's the exact same everything, except instead of blue, it's gold. So the three have a lot of similarities. It's another Champion edition. So yeah. So as you can tell, they sell for a lot, which is why they're the rarest. I consider them the rarest. And here's the Black Dragoon metallic version. It was a starter kit in Japan in the UK. Well, relatively new. Yeah, this was one of the last series. It was closer to the end of the show. Whenever they were going extinct with the last World Championship, it was right before that time. And yeah, it was actually pretty rare. It was actually really good. But yeah. Now the next one is simple. It's in Nepal. It's a Pollen Bay. Now you might be wondering why it might be, because the Pollen was a character in the show. It wasn't that hard to get. It wasn't that hard to find. It was actually just a villain, and you think it would be easier to find like all the other villains. or heroes, or just rivals. In fact, it was actually hard because there's a smaller release towards this person's Beyblade, so it was actually a lot more interesting to have and find. So yeah, also, nothing special, just the Pollen Beyblade like in the show. The next one we have over here is the Wolberg MS Ice Blue version. Now, if you haven't noticed, most of these are just the same Beyblade, just in different colors, patterns, and everything, which you might think is stupid, which I think personally it might be stupid, except for the fact that they came out with very, very small numbers of these for the population of Beybladers back then. And it's grown exponentially since then, but there's not much respect for the plastic ones as there is the metal, which I do not know why exactly, but I guess it's just because all the hype and the plastic ones you guys didn't really get to know unless you're older. I'm 17, so I know them. Yeah. The Dragoon is the Dragoon MSUV, the MSUV Proto Gray version. Which this isn't it. This is the closest picture I could find to it. Oh, yep. There we go. So, Dragon MSVU is part of the 4D series. It's actually pretty really hard to find. You can order them all in online shops for a lot for money, but it's actually crazy stuff. Yeah. So yeah, so going back down the list. No picture for this one. It's Ultimate Dragoon Kuroko limited release. It's a black reed color. And then it's the Dragoon MSUV, the bright green version. Then the Takara Japan Vintage HMS Beyblade Dragoon Ultimate version, MSUV. Then the Beyblade Dragoon MS Black version. Then the Takara Beyblade A1 Champion Blue Dragoon limited release. Then the Gold Dragoon limited release. And yes. Then the Dragoon S Black Metallic starter, which was a different version of the Dragoon S. Then the Pollen, which I think might be one of my favorite Beyblades, which is sad because they're harder to find. And the Wolberg Ice Blue version. Then the Dragoon MSUV Proto Gray version. Yeah, that's my list of the rarest Beyblades ever. So if you like this video, comment, subscribe, and I will see you all later. I'm going to get started making my list of all the rarest Beyblades in the world, and hopefully I can find more pictures because it's easy. Because it's actually really hard to find the pictures sometimes. So yeah. So I'll see you later. Bye.